Coming up on today's wrestling news, Rhea Ripley shoots on dumbass wrestling fans.
Tony Khan rebooks Dynamite on the fly on Twitter.
Willow Nightingale re-signs with AEW.
And John Cena, CM Punk, Money in the Bank. But it's not what you think.
I'm Adam Wilborn.
I'm Michael Hamflett.
And this is the news. Hi to you dumbass wrestling fans then.
Come on in.
Who took some strays from Rhea Ripley on social media, who had her say on the whole debate around women's wrestling basically last night, and it's done the rounds, understandably, all night long. Rhea Ripley tweeting as if she was a women's wrestling fan, saying, "Women deserve better," and then she wrote in the same breath, "She's sleeping with her boss. That's why she's where she is. She should retire. She doesn't deserve it. She's handed everything and never worked for anything. I hope she gets injured. You guys are the real reason it's so difficult to be taken seriously as a women's wrestler. If you put as much effort into your own miserable lives as you put into degrading successful women, then maybe you'd accomplish something yourself." Rhea Ripley understandably frustrated with the state of women's wrestling debate online. And I suppose this echoes quite a few people.
Yeah, this was interesting because it wasn't a like a quote to another post.
No.
It didn't seem to, there wasn't a, not that I was aware of anyway, but I mean, because all my timeline at the moment is different views of the Dan Ballard goal from Tuesday night. But nothing I saw on the timeline was like this particular conversation or like one strain of discourse around women's wrestling, which I guess is part of the problem she's acknowledging. There's a million strains at any given time. But it is interesting that, like, if you're Rhea Ripley, it feels like every line where she's sort of like used this specific example of criticism, you've done this or you've done this, or feels like something she will have read 100 times a day.
Yeah.
Feels like something she will have seen her colleagues encounter 100 times a day, and is just having this moment. Maybe it was that like one comment that last time to be like, you know, I've kept really quiet about this, and it's just boiled over and like absolutely fair enough as well. She's not wrong. Let me preface what I'm about to say with, she is not wrong.
No.
And far be it for some entitled idiot male on the internet to say otherwise. A little bit of, if you feel like kind of personally affronted by this morning as you're reading this, a little bit of that weird Twitter accidental false equivalency.
Yeah.
Where it's like, I don't necessarily think they are the same people.
No.
I think there are a bunch of very good-natured people that like genuinely want the best for women's wrestling, and then a bunch of very different, bad-natured people that say the things that Rhea Ripley is listing.
Yeah.
Is that fair?
Yeah,
I don't want this to be some sort of, especially not from like idiot aggregators like us. Look at us.
Journalists.
Like, it's not this one is not a platform to be like telling you off for how you feel about certain wrestling or what you think about certain wrestling. Like, I don't like that like idea that like any wrestler or anybody else can like bollock you for your opinions.
No.
That being said, I have absolutely no doubt that the stuff that she has listed, probably word for word, is the type of nonsense she has to confront every single day.
And not just...
As usual, women in this space can't win.
No, you can't. And I think of the Venn diagram of these groups of people, I think there is a slight crossover, but I think it's sort of bad faith actors.
Yeah.
Maybe openly will say, oh yeah, no, I'm a big advocate of women's wrestling, and then maybe in private will be like, no. Or they like fast forward through the women's matches or whatever, and they're just trying to gain clout or whatever the kids say nowadays. But I think, without doubt, a day does not go by where Rhea Ripley or... I'm just thinking of everyone whose name has been put before the words Hogan in the last, month? Oh, Becky Lynch is back and she's winning. Well, Becky Hogan, much. Charlotte Flair's back and she won the Royal Rumble. Charlotte Hogan, much. Rhea's back and she's winning the odd match to re-establish her as a title contender. Rhea Hogan, much. It is very frustrating. And yeah, the people who are just like, well, just because you look like that means I don't like the fact that you've got a push or whatever because you don't fit this mold that I have invented in my head or whatever. And I do think there are quite a lot of like backhanded compliments that women get on a regular basis. But it is difficult, like you say, because I'd like to say that the WhatCulture Wrestling podcast is a big advocate for women's wrestling. We are constantly campaigning for more women's matches on AEW Dynamite, for example. But I can understand that we are a very, very tiny cog in a very, very big machine that does not seem geared to making that sort of thing happen.
And we're aware of our own flaws of feelings and hypocrisies. Male voices. You know, like, let us know in the comments below something positive that you think about women's wrestling. That's the best we can probably do today, rather than stirring up more anger and hatred. And we'll send those comments off to Rhea Ripley. And say,
I guarantee.
Not all horrendous.
Yeah, I guarantee when Rhea Ripley posted this, she thought, I really hope a white middle-aged man comments on this and gives his thoughts on it. So you're welcome, Rhea.
We got you. We're going
middle-aged and
whatever they call me these days. Some of us are in our 40s. Yeah, that's. Don't worry. If in doubt, women of pro wrestling, don't panic. There's always going to be blokes to speak on those issues. That's just how this works.
But yeah, just maybe think before you tweet. It must just get so frustrating. I can understand why. I think you're right. It was just like a straw that may have broken the camel's back here.
Imagine the conversations in the women's locker room where like they must see them en masse every single day. Imagine they're pressing that notification button and guaranteeing seeing X number of them every day. Rhea Ripley has been one of the vocal people speaking out about people turning up at airports and stuff as well. And I'm always in favour of the wrestlers who like actually are brave enough to say, stop it. Like, I'm getting off a plane and I want to sign 50 toys and pictures.
Oh,
and
God.
So it's like, I'm kind of...
I'll get enough of that when I come home.
Moving on. Moving on to another man making changes in women's wrestling. Tony Khan on last night's AEW Dynamite. For those that didn't see it, and these days looking at the numbers, there's plenty of you. Mina Shirakawa. Don't laugh.
I think you'll find there's a million people online watching this.
We're all having fun.
Don't laugh. It's us two. Go on.
It's Bobby Belly stuff. AEW's been great this year.
Yeah.
And it was great last night, including the return of Mina stuff. The return of Mina Shirakawa to the women's division, and indeed straight into a title shot.
Yes,
she was
great this.
Successful in the four-way. She'll be taking on Toni Storm at Double or Nothing, having defeated the champion. Toni Storm won a four-way last week and she was feeling dominant, but now Mina right back in the game.
Never lost an eliminator before.
Indeed, yeah. So like straight away, kind of coming back in hot to the promotion where she's now like signed with permanently, and did so with a brand new theme. She came out. She was like kind of a hip hop one. She was, it appeared to me at least, she was like rapping along with it. She kind of set up a new dance to go along with it. But feedback was not positive to this. People do not like change. Wrestling fans do. You change that thing. Unchange it now. Well, that's what people did on Twitter. And Tony Khan saw the tweets ultimately. This came in it well. Ultimately, I'll get to the end of the story first. Mina Shirakawa wins and gets her old music back. Her old music plays in the building. And then people seem to clock, wait a minute. Tony Khan was doing the usual tweets as he does through the show, like live tweeting some of the things that happened. He was referencing the fact that he appeared in the MJF segment as he was like kind of hiding backstage.
Yeah, he's done it.
And then somebody with the name on, I'm just reading the poster's name, Willie Beamin, at Willie Beamin _, maybe it was you, Willie, said, we need Mina old theme back, boss, I'm trying to vibe, with a crying emoji. And Tony Khan replies, I already switched it back. So, and then somebody else said, it was Shibruva, or She Brother, depending on the pronunciation, said, did TK check Twitter to see everybody ragging on Mina's theme and decide to change it back on the fly? Tony Khan replied, yeah. So, there we go. Like, normally we are aggregating stories and trying to turn them into facts. We got the facts right here. Yeah. Tony Khan confirming that a bunch of criticisms to this new theme appeared on his timeline. And he was like, right, well, I've got the power to fix that, haven't I? Like, if you're Tony Khan, he's not looking around. Can we get somebody on? Oh, it's me.
Yeah.
Like, there's nobody that needs to be on that. He can just press the other button instead. Mina Shirakawa had a new theme. Now she's got an old one. I fully expect the way the discourse loop happens, that by the time this video is out and you're watching it, like, things have gone the other way, and people on X are going, I can't believe that news. I loved Mina Shirakawa's new theme that I heard
Bring
once.
it back!
30 seconds, justice for the old theme, for the old new theme. So expect that to be this week's AEW Culture War to distract the conversation from Dynamite being decent.
Yeah.
There's always one.
It is pretty cool, this, though, isn't it? Like,
yeah.
If you can just... I mean, I don't think necessarily you should be quite so knee-jerk, certainly not with, like, storylines and whatever, but, yeah.
How would you visually illustrate a Tony Khan knee-jerk?
Oh, what was it you did recently?
Did it both ways?
I love his little one of them that he's doing.
You know what he's doing.
He's great. Great. But yeah, I like this. It was not great, to be honest, in my opinion. I preferred the old theme. And then I was just like, because we watch it at a ridiculous time in the morning. Do you ever have that, like, have I fallen asleep for like 5 seconds?
Yeah.
I just forgotten or dreamt something.
Just
she definitely had a new theme at the start of this match, right? But yeah, good stuff. And people will be like, oh, he's so online or whatever. Yeah, everyone is. We all are. So
he's got like 5 burners.
At least he's not responding to, like certain areas of social media. He's just gone like, general consensus appears to be people don't like that new theme. We only changed it because I thought this might be a cool, different thing for her. Sod it, we've got her, and she's going to double or nothing. Why mess about?
I've enjoyed AEW and WWE moving further and further apart over the last, maybe about the last 12 months or so. This is another way it's done that. That is simply not happening in WWE. A wrestler comes out and
Mm.
people bombard Triple H. Don't like the new theme? Well, I'm going to play it louder when she wins.
Yeah.
Then. It's just not happening. So this is
you're going to have you're going to smoke the entire pack of Def Rebel. That's what you're going to do.
Exactly. Yeah. Perfect. So yeah, it's this is a nice, cute exchange that resulted in something that immediately impacted on the television. Don't get silly with it. Don't do that thing that we tend to do as a community of fans, and I say we because I'm part of this, where we kind of ruin a good thing. Don't now bombard him midway through Dynamite. Didn't like that finish. Do it again. Send him back out there. That's not how this works. No, this was a nice, cute change.
Right, let's stick with AEW and talk about Willow Nightingale. I was joking in the intro, but it always does make me panic when I see that word Re-Signs, because it's the same as resigns.
Yeah.
And my eyes are stupid. So, the thing behind my eyes is stupid. Me. Because, great news if you're a fan of Willow Nightingale and AEW, she has re-signed with the company. Fightful Select reporting this. They were the ones who actually reported recently that she was in a contract year. And by the reports of this, some people within AEW went, what? Well, better get that sorted. And they did, very quickly. Sources indicating to Fightful that she was going to be sticking with the company. Done was deal almost immediately after that story broke from Sean Ross Sapp. She's re-signed on a multi-year contract with AEW, and AEW sources said that Nightingale communicated she was very happy with the company and wanted to remain there. This was presumably before Claudia fell on top of her in the main. She's all right in the main event of Dynamite Beach Break, but. I mean, a little bit gutted, personally, because I'd love to see her in WWE, but she's awesome, and as long as this guarantees more TV time for Willow Nightingale, it's all good news. She's one of the best women in women's wrestling, not just in AEW, I'd say.
Yeah, proper top star of the whole company potential, Willow Nightingale.
Yeah.
That's what you feel like when she's on screen, especially when she's
not a very nice person, by all accounts. I mean, look at the way she acts. I'm like,
Yeah, he's always been good at reading people. There's another fine example of that. She looks like she's going to go straight into the main event of the pay-per-view, right? There's Anarchy in the Arena, including the women this time.
That's convenient that there's,
It's fantastic how that's worked out as well, and they have had that she's always the one.
Bye-bye.
There goes that. So yeah, it's that's actually kind of a preview for the next story, because I take your money in the bank opinions and black out against something totally different. I'm going to wiggle them out. Wiggle them out. Yeah, Willow Nightingale being this sort of I don't know, this future potential, not just women's world champion, but maybe I don't know if you disagree, let us know, the first chance AEW have ever had, maybe outside of Tony Storm right now, being the biggest star in the company, outright from the women's division. They're kind of on the cusp of it with Tony Storm. It's felt at times like they might get there with Chris Statlander, but Willow Nightingale is different gravy. And with a new long-term contract, then now time exists for them to get there as well.
Yes, exactly. I think we've been calling for this to happen for Willow Nightingale in terms of a big push for quite some time. And I don't know a single wrestling fan who dislikes her.
No.
She's awesome.
Universally beloved.
So I've no doubt that they were very quick to sort that contract. Not even contract issue, but just the status of her contract, get that resolved, and like you say, lock her down for quite a few more years, as you would want to do. I think she's going to be a big star in the next few years, if she's not already.
They can now at least claim that it's a long-term plan rather than just the lack of short-term,
Yes, exactly.
So it's nice. Are you buzzing as I am for John Cena versus CM Punk at Money in the Bank?
Oh yes, sir.
Well, let me shoot the bees out the sky and kill the buzz, because it's not happening.
What?
Get over it. No. It's going to be Travis Scott instead. Green. Oh my God. That bitch babe. The bitch in this case being the news that Travis Scott will in fact possibly be part of John Cena's Money in the Bank plans rather than CM Punk. This is coming from PW Insider Elite. And look, some of this is rooted in fantasy booking, that the inevitable Punk Cena showdown that we're all hoping for this year in John Cena's last run.
The guy who takes the title off him for me.
Me too. Was hopefully going to be at Money in the Bank as part of all the lore the two of them have got between them, and because it's soon and we're all very excited about it based on the incredible exchange they had at Elimination Chamber.
And get that title off John Cena
as quick as possible, please. But no, that's not quite the plan. According to PW Insider Elite, WWE doesn't plan to revisit it at Money in the Bank. They say that they will do it when, quote, the timing is right, and December's feeling pretty good to me.
SummerSlam, if not Money in the Bank.
Timing, let me check my watch. May, June, July, August, September, October, November, December, all looking free right now. But no, Apparently, and then this is again according to the story, the quote, belief in WWE creative circles is that Travis Scott will be available for Money in the Bank, and there are pitches being made for John Cena to team with Travis Scott in tag and 6-man matches. There was a PW Insider report previously that Travis Scott had been training with Booker T. He's taken a couple of bumps now, and he certainly took a receipt off Cody Rhodes at WrestleMania. That could obviously feed into what Cody's next thing could be, if that was a way to bring Cody back to WWE, maybe in multi-mans against John Cena and Travis Scott. 6-man was used because there was somebody else on the periphery of the old John Cena Travis Scott friendship. I can't remember who it was. I felt like he was sort of kind of massively involved at one point, and he was just this weird.
Can't think of it.
No, I can't place him, me neither.
So between a rock and a hard place, me trying to think of this.
Yeah, I can't place him. I've been trying to place him on television for a couple of months now.
Not his fault.
Doesn't seem to want to. Doesn't seem to want to get involved.
No, he said he was only going to be there in February. Not his fault.
Just wants to break everything and then not bring some glue to fix it.
Well, he made WrestleMania 40 the greatest WrestleMania of all time, so it's not.
Anyway. I love this. Like, look at us like Triple H is my favourite arsehole. Well, The Rock's my favourite arsehole.
Yeah, it's a good dynamic.
It's a good bit, isn't it? Travis Scott and John Cena potentially doing tag matches instead of the John Cena CM Punk match for Money in the Bank. It's not off the table. It's just not on it right now.
Why stop there? Give Travis Scott Money in the Bank, I'd say.
You know why?
That is just, you know, like when really funny. Everyone loved it, obviously.
Yeah.
When Seth Rollins opened the briefcase and all that goo went in his face.
Classic Money in the Bank moment.
Ambrose. What if he opens it up and that there's a smoke or whatever?
Oh, really? Yeah.
He opens it up. Whoa.
No, you get the case, right? You open it, Fiend, and then you shut it. Fiend.
A pop-up book.
Yeah. Pop-up Fiend briefcase. Fiend, Money in the Fiend.
I will say this. I read that and went, gutted we're not getting that. But then I was like, yeah, they're probably doing Cena Punk at SummerSlam because it's the big show. They need to do 2 nights, and that's not too far away to dethrone John Cena and still give him time to have the final babyface run towards the end of this year.
Optimistic that he's getting dethroned in August, mind.
Little birthday present for me.
Interestingly, there is some law there, which I'll hit you with. CM Punk, that would be CM Punk versus John Cena in the main event at SummerSlam at MetLife Stadium, the site of where CM Punk got his main event against The Undertaker, which also was WrestleMania 29 when he thought he should have been in the top match and he wasn't, against John Cena and The Rock. So that would be something they'd absolutely probably fold that into the stories as well. But yeah, we will see. No John Cena and CM Punk as of now at Money in the Bank, but it's WWE in 2025. Plans are changing, pal.
Yeah, and I can't have been the only one who saw that and went, Travis Scott in one corner. Maybe we can get, another musician to be in the other corner. Are we getting Bad Bunny back?
Oh my
if so,
God.
I'm kind of okay with them delaying Cena Punk.
Who would be Bad Bunny's best partner for a John Cena tag match?
Not someone old, because we got that area of the match is covered.
Yeah.
Something old, something new, something borrowed, something blue. Right.
Borrowed.
Okay, so something old, John Cena.
Yeah.
Something new, Travis Scott in a wrestling ring. Something borrowed.
Bad Bunny from the music industry.
Yeah, can we borrow you for a night, please? Something blue.
AJ Styles. Why am I blue? Why am I blue?
Blue Tista.
Blue Tista! Cena and Batista one more time.
There you go.
We've had Cena Orton one more time, and now we've done it. We've fixed it.
And people say we just aggregate stuff on the news.
Nah, man.
We're making it up as we go.
Spoilers, pretty much.
Let us know who you'd like to see John Cena and Travis Scott and potentially The Rock face at Money in the Bank. I mean, it's Money in the Bank. I love it regardless because it's got Money in the Bank matches in it, to be honest. And they're not putting the Jey Uso match on there. They're putting it in for a prime for a cash-in the Monday after. We'll wait and see. But let us know your thoughts on that and everything we discussed in the comment section below. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe. And while you're at it, why not watch this video? I've no idea what it is, but I'm sure it's bloody great. It's right here. Go on, give it a click.
Click it.